Hi hello friends, welcome back to the channel. So in this tutorial, we're going to discuss about Eureka Service Discovery or Eureka Service Registry, we can say. So let's get started. Guys, if you're new to the video, please subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so that you will not miss any upcoming video from our channel. So let's have a scenario. We have 4 microservices. Microservice 1, 2, 3, 4 with one real-time sample. For example, let's take an example of one e-commerce application. Login, cart, order, payment. Each and everything is doing separate process with one microservice instance. So in this scenario, let's say a customer is logged in into the application, e-commerce application. He is in the dashboard. He selected one particular product in the screen. That process is coming under this microservice one. I mean this that particular process is taking care of this login microservice one. And so and the cart application is nothing but when after the product is selected, so the product it will be there in the particular cart screen, right? So this microservice is taking care of that particular process. So now in this scenario, we have only one microservice of login and one microservice of cart. So login microservice aware of the login cart microservice too, meaning it is no we have only one microservice. That is the reason directly we can configure the cart related microservice information, that is URL information. For example, localhost 9001 in the login microservice one, either we can hardcode that URL or we can configure that URL in a property file, and then we can able to make the request directly, either it is a API call. So whenever in microservice architecture we will go with REST API call only. This is one usual scenario. We have one microservice of login and we have one cart application of microservice, and then we are communicating with each other. Now, okay. So now let's say now we have a scenario. For example, there is a festival season. In that festival season, multiple customers logging into the e-commerce application, and then they are ordering more product as compared to usual timings. So in that scenario, what will happen? There is multiple requests. It will come into the particular Eureka client cart microservice too, because they will select multiple products with multiple offers. So now in that scenario, the particular the load, the request traffic will be huge to the Eureka client, basically the cart microservice too. This application can't handle that much load, that much huge load scenario. So now what we can do? Ideally, what we will do load balancing. There is a two concept is there. One is server side load balancing, another one is client side load balancing. If you are coming into microservice world, microservice architecture, we will go with the client side load balancing concept. So here you should know there is a word called auto scaling, meaning based on the load we have to create the multiple instance of cart application so that we can handle the load balancing concept. To achieve that concept, we need to implement Eureka Service Discovery. Now here there is one challenge. We have implemented multiple instance of Eureka particular cart microservice. So now in that scenario, how this particular login microservice knows about the multiple instance of this cart application? Because earlier we just configured only one URL of the particular cart application so that they can able to directly communicate with each other. But now this Eureka client particular cart service have 4 instances: 2.1, 2.2, 2.3 based on the versions. Now we need to inform that instances to the login application, right? And for that we need to the particular login application has to know these all cart instances dynamically. How many instances is there? Based on the instances, it has to send the request to each and every instance load balancing method. So that is the concept. That is the high level ideology of Eureka Service Discovery. Okay, let's think about how to achieve that concept. Now, to achieve that particular concept, we have a scenario like Eureka Service Discovery. This is provided by Spring Cloud with Netflix Netflix component. Okay, so now in this particular concept, we have two different components. One is Eureka Server, another one is Eureka Client. Basically, both are Spring Boot application only. Basically, a microservice we can say. So we need to enable the respective dependencies to make both application as a Eureka Client and Eureka Server. Okay, let's see. Let's discuss about what is this Eureka Server. Eureka Server is nothing but a microservice. What it will do, it will store all the instance related, all the microservices instance related information in this particular Eureka Server. It's kind of a storage. For example, just compare with the database. It's kind of a database or it's kind of a storage. It is having all the microservice instance information. Okay, now this Eureka client. Eureka client is nothing but our normal microservice application. We need to enable the Eureka client dependency. What will happen whenever this particular Eureka client application is is up and running? What it will do? It will send one request auto register. Basically, it will send one register request to Eureka server. So in that scenario, what will happen? This Eureka client instance information, it will be stored in the Eureka server. So similarly for microservice 2, microservice 3, microservice 4 and all other instances. Now this Eureka server is having all the instance information. It is providing particular inbuilt screen, UI screen to we can able to see directly how many instances are running. So this is all about Eureka server. Okay. Now, how this Eureka client will come to know about the other instance of this particular cart microservices means whenever if it is trying to send one request, what it will do, it will send an internal request to Eureka server. That is a lookup request for their respective service endpoint. So what it will do, Eureka server, it will provide the number of cart related microservice instances to the Eureka client. So Eureka client will come to know how many instances of cart is available up and running at the runtime, so that it will start sending the request to cart microservice one by one load balancing method. So for that, to achieve that concept, we have different components in a Eureka client. If it is a REST template, we can add the load balanced annotation, or we can implement there is another component called Eureka ribbon load balancer specific for load balancer. We can add that component and then we can achieve the load balancing. We can implement API gateway. These are the additional components we will discuss in the upcoming videos. So now now I hope you understand why this Eureka server is needed. We have discussed what is the purpose of this Eureka server, what is the purpose of this Eureka client, how this is working, and what is the challenge which we are having in the microservices architecture, how we are overcoming the particular challenges based on the Eureka service discovery. Basically, this Eureka service discovery, we can in other words, we can call it as a naming server. So yeah, so in this tutorial we just discussed about the introduction and the flow, how it is working. Basically, Eureka server discovery is working. In the next video, we will see in the with one sample. So we'll just create one few Eureka client and Eureka server, and then we'll do registration, and then we will test the particular code in a real time. So you will understand in a better way. So thanks for watching these videos, guys. Let's see in the next video. Bye.